Hi, I'm Claire from Yarntastic, and today I'm going to show you how to do a left leaning and a right leaning decrease as part of my Yarntastic Guide to Knitting Lesson 1 over on my blog at myarntasticadventures.co.uk. I've got a swatch here and I'm going to show you the decreases on some stocking stitch. If you want to know more about stocking stitch, take a look at lesson 2. The reason I'm doing this is you can see the stitches a bit more clearly and how the decreases lie on stocking stitch. But they still lie the same way on garter stitch, which is knit all stitches as well. So first of all, we'll start with a left leaning decrease. So I'm going to just knit my first stitch because I'm going to do my left leaning decrease over the next 2 stitches. So I'm going to do this as a knit 2 together through the back of the loop. And what that means is I'm going to do a knit stitch, but I'm going to go through the back loops, which means I'm going to go from right to left and put my needle, my right needle, through 2 stitches at the back like that. And then I'm just going to knit those 2 stitches as normal. So yarn round and pull through my yarn, pull through my yarn through the 2 and then drop both stitches off. And there you've decreased 1 stitch because you've turned 2 stitches into 1. So now I've just knit on to the end of the row to the last 3 stitches. If you want to go back and look at where we did the decrease, you can see there that the stitch leans left underneath. Like that. To do a right leaning decrease, we're going to just knit 2 together. And that's done in the same way as knitting 1 stitch. We just treat the next 2 stitches as 1. So what we do is we go into the second stitch along from right to left and go through the first stitch as well. Sorry, it's from left to right, both at the same time, and make sure that you do catch both stitches, otherwise you'll end up with a drop stitch. And then wrap your yarn around like you would a normal knit stitch, pull through and drop both off, and then I'm going to knit my last stitch. The reason I've left a 1 stitch margin is for neatness, really. And there you can see that you've knit 2 together, and hopefully you can see that it's lying to the right. Let's just make sure. There we go. So I've just gone ahead and I've purled my next row, and hoping you can see the subtle change in shape of the piece being drawn in at the top. And if you can see, there's the left lean and there's the right lean. So I'm going to show you that again, and you'll see even better how the decreases going in the right direction as the way you want to shape your work can make a difference to how neat your work looks. So again, I'm just going to knit the first stitch, and then I'm going to knit 2 together to the back of the loop. So I'm going to go from right to left through the first stitch, through the second stitch, and I'm going to make sure my needle comes out at the back. So again, like that. Hopefully you can see that. And then you just knit as normal. So yarn round, pull through loop, just start that again. So through the back of the 2 loops, so even the best of us can get it a little bit wrong, and then pull through my new stitch and drop my 2 stitches that I've worked together. So you can see even more now my decreases, and they're going left, so it leans with the work. Now I've gone to my last 3 stitches again, and I'm going to knit 2 together. So I'll put my needles from left to right, from left to right, so you twisted it a bit, and then I'm going to wrap, yarn round, pull through and knit the 2 together as if it was one, and then I'll just knit my last stitch, and there you can see that's a right leaning decrease, and it keeps that edge nice and neat. Now there are a couple of other ways to do left leaning decreases, but for now we'll stick to knit 2 together to the back of the loop and just knit 2 together for a right leaning decrease. If you want to practice these just on some scraps, you could make some bunting, make some triangles and use them to make bunting, or just practice with different shapes. This is also very good to know when you're following a pattern that just tells you to decrease at a particular end of your work. It doesn't give you the method. You can then pick the right type of decrease for the pattern that you're working. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.